Justin Bieber just did it again. Out of nowhere, he dropped an album that nobody saw coming, and the internet can't stop buzzing. But this wasn't just a midnight release. It came with delays, cryptic posts, family photos on giant billboards, and lyrics that have fans digging for hidden meanings. Some say it's his boldest project yet, while others believe it's Justin's most vulnerable cry for connection. So what really happened the night Justin dropped Swag 2, and why are people calling it the start of a brand new Bieber era? On September 4th, Justin told fans he had a surprise. Swag 2 was coming at midnight. The countdown began, the world waited, and then, nothing. Hours passed. Spotify and Apple Music stayed silent, and fans started flooding Twitter with memes and theories. But instead of hiding, Justin jumped into the chaos. He posted live updates, joking that he was waiting with you and begging the apps to refresh. The whole thing felt less like a polished PR rollout and more like watching Justin hang out with his fans in real time. And when the album finally hit streaming, his first reaction said it all: OMG, we livey. But this wasn't just about a late release, it was the beginning of something much bigger. As the album went live, Justin didn't just push the music, he pushed his family into the spotlight like never before. Around the world, billboards lit up with images of Justin, Hailey, and their one-year-old son, Jack Blues. From London to Paris to Los Angeles, massive pink posters showcased not just the Swag 2 cover, but personal family photos that felt almost too intimate for a global campaign. For years, Justin and Hailey kept their private life tightly guarded, but now, fans were seeing their baby boy front and center in the middle of Times Square. To some, it felt like a heartfelt way of saying, "This music is who I am now." But others couldn't help but wonder, was Justin revealing too much, too soon? Once fans finally pressed play, the focus shifted from billboards to lyrics, and that's where the real buzz began. On the track Don't Wanna with British singer Bieber, Justin sings about not wanting to mess this up, and references a painful breakup before coming back to someone's door. To longtime fans, the message was clear. This sounded like a direct nod to his split from Hailey back in 2016, before they reconciled 2 years later. Other songs, like Mother in You and Love Song, read almost like open love letters, celebrating Hailey's role not just as a wife but as a mother. And across social media, fans started connecting dots, debating whether Justin was finally turning his private love story into public art. But while the romance caught attention, there was another layer in the album that hit even harder. Beneath the love songs, Justin's vulnerability took center stage. Just like on his first Swag album, he didn't shy away from his struggles. On Therapy Session, he admitted how exhausting it is to be constantly asked if he's okay. And in Swag 2, the track Speed Demon takes it further. He raps about people calling him out of his mind, before defiantly flipping it into a message of survival. Now they're singing every line. Fans praised the honesty, but many couldn't help but worry. For someone who has lived his entire adult life under a microscope, these lyrics felt like a rare look into the pressure cooker he's been living in. But instead of breaking, Justin seemed to be channeling all that pain into a brand new sound. What stood out immediately was the sound. This wasn't the polished, radio-friendly Bieber we'd come to expect. Swag 2 is darker, rawer, and way more experimental. From collaborations with Thames to Lil B to the haunting verses with Bieber, the record feels like Justin is stepping into uncharted territory. Industry insiders had hinted at a genre shift, and now fans were hearing it for themselves: less glossy pop, more stripped-down emotion. Some say he's chasing authenticity, others believe he's reinventing himself to stay ahead of the curve. Either way, the message was clear: Justin isn't trying to please the charts anymore. He's creating the music that reflects where he is in life right now. And at the center of that transformation is something even bigger than fame. A major shift in Justin's life can be traced back to one thing: becoming a father. With Jack Blues turning 1 just weeks before the album dropped, Justin's music feels soaked in fatherhood. Some tracks almost sound like letters written directly to his son, while others carry themes of legacy, protection, and growth. Sources close to Justin even admitted that fatherhood shaped the heart of this new era, grounding him in ways fans hadn't seen before. And yet, opening up his family life so publicly is a double-edged sword. While many admire the honesty, others wonder if sharing so much could invite even more scrutiny into their private world. But despite the risks, Justin seems determined to redefine what it means to be an artist, a husband, and now, a dad. The reaction was instant and explosive. Social media lit up with fans celebrating the surprise drop, dissecting lyrics line by line, and debating the bold new sound. Some hailed Swag 2 as Justin's most authentic work to date, praising him for dropping the polished pop star mask and showing raw emotion. Others weren't so sure, arguing that the openness felt risky, maybe even too exposing for someone already under constant public pressure. But whether people loved it or questioned it, one thing was undeniable: everyone was talking about Justin Bieber again. And in today's industry, that kind of cultural grip is priceless. Still, the biggest question remained: what does this all mean for the next chapter of his career? In the end, Swag 2 wasn't just an album, it was a statement. A mix of fatherhood, vulnerability, reinvention, and risk, all wrapped into one explosive release. Justin Bieber could have played it safe, stuck to radio hits, and coasted on past success. Instead, he chose honesty. He chose to show his flaws, his fears, and his growth as both an artist and a man. For some, this marks the beginning of a powerful new Bieber era, one defined by depth rather than perfection. For others, it raises concerns about how much of himself he's putting out into the world. But maybe that's the point. Justin isn't asking us to have all the answers, he's asking us to listen. The question now is, will this raw, unfiltered Bieber become the version that defines his legacy, or is this just the calm before his next storm?